have to tell you, obviously I'm on social media, both professionally and personally, and I can't count how many times that hair dryer thing was passed to me from people swearing by it. Let's get to what you think is the biggest piece of misinformation thus far about this virus.
Yeah, Tamron, thank you so much for that kind introduction. I'm really excited to be here and really break up some of this misinformation, because the internet, social media has really become the misinformation superhighway. And one of the pieces of information that I see repeated over and over again that I think needs to be debunked right away is that the virus that causes COVID-19 is much more dangerous than influenza. People have said we don't quarantine for influenza, we don't encourage people to stay home like we do with COVID-19. And that's true. And the reason is COVID-19 spreads 2 to 3 times more rapidly than influenza. So if we're out there all about getting this virus spread, we get sick so quickly and the virus peaks so fast that it really puts such a strain on our healthcare system, and it could really break our hospitals.
No, you do hear a lot of people try to show some type of parity or equal concern when it comes to influenza versus this virus. Some people are using baby diapers, vacuum bags, and coffee filters to make masks. Good idea, bad idea?
Well, the whole idea of the recommendation coming forth to cover our faces really comes not to protect ourselves, but really to protect everyone around us. If you think why a surgeon wears a surgical mask, it's because he or she needs to protect their respiratory droplets from contacting the patient. So the same reason we recommend everyone, whether they use cloth, bandanas, scarves, surgical masks even, to cover their faces, is to protect everyone else. The last thing we want to be giving people is a false sense of security that by putting something in front of their face, it's keeping them safe. That's not the case, and we still should be mindful of keeping 6 feet away from others and washing our hands as often as possible.
All right, if I get one more email with someone telling me about oregano oil or some vitamin supplement that will protect me and my family from coronavirus, I don't know what I'm going to do if I get another one of them. Are there certain vitamins and supplements that help protect us?
Right now, I'll put it to you this way. There is no proven treatment or preventive measure, vitamin or even prescription-wise, that we know treats or prevents for COVID-19. And we have to say that with open honesty. When we talk about boosting the immune system, that's really a false statement. You shouldn't be wanting to boost your immune system. Because to me, as a doctor, when I hear boosted immune system, I think autoimmune conditions where your own body attacks itself, like psoriasis, Crohn's disease. What we ought to be thinking about is optimizing our immune system, really getting out of its way so it can do its thing. And that means getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours a night, because otherwise, if you don't, you actually lower your white blood cell count, certain cells that protect you from COVID-19, and really eating a healthy, varied diet with fruits and vegetables so you can get all those vitamins and minerals that your body needs to fight off this virus.
I think it's fascinating. I'm intrigued, though. You know, you've done a lot of myth busting here. We still know very little about this virus, including whether or not you are immune if you have contracted it and you were able to beat it back. So, I mean, how do you gauge the information that you're giving out knowing that we don't know a lot about this virus?
Yeah, absolutely. This pandemic is an evolving situation, and we as scientists, as scientific communicators, even doctors, we need to approach this with a level of humility and not be afraid to say, I don't know, or how we're going to find out when we know. Because with this virus, so much has changed even from the beginning of this pandemic. The one thing that we can be certain of is we're making progress. We're learning more and more about this virus as the day goes on. More randomized controlled studies are coming to their conclusions where we're learning about what potential treatments out there. The NIH is doing a fantastic job of getting ready a vaccine that's going to be both safe and effective for the general public and healthcare frontline workers. So while we're delivering information about myth busting, the majority of the time what we're saying is, here's what we think. It's not 100% proven, but here's for certain what's not proven. Because the majority of the claims that are out there that are incorrect really come from the fact that we don't have evidence to support them.
Well, Dr. Mike, thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, you can check out Dr. Mike's channel on YouTube. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. As always, stay alert, not anxious.